against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wizard.
Yep, but age is on Nakamura's side. He's 25 and Bustamante is 38, 13 years of age difference.
Of course, Bustamante, last time we saw him was in the first round of the middleweight Grand Prix last year, taking the fight on 5 days' notice and still gave Quinton Jackson one heck of a fight before losing a split decision. That was his first fight in Pride. Now, the last time we saw him ever was that controversial loss against Dan Henderson, where he thinks an accidental headbutt.
Whoa,
nice takedown.
Very nice. Double leg takedown. You see Nakamura right away goes for the half guard. Probably will go for the full guard right now. It's strange that Mrilo Bustamante let him get that half guard right away because he was totally in the side mount.
And this is where Bustamante definitely wanted to take the fight right away on the ground. Where Nakamura right now is looking to try to sweep from the half guard position, but Bustamante, great positioning thus far, and now reins in some right hands to the body, just trying to agitate his opponent.
Yeah, Mrilo's playing a real smart game. Look, he's putting his head on the other side of the body of Nakamura. The rest of his body is on the right side of Nakamura, so he puts his head on the left side of Nakamura, so Nakamura can't flip him over to the side. Very smart.
Bustamante, one of the most patient and methodical fighters you will find. Right now, just trying to break out of the half guard by pushing down on the leg of Nakamura, and I don't think that's going to be successful.
Yeah, you know, a little bit later in the fight, when everybody's going to be a little bit slippery, then this will be successful. But like you see, Nakamura is wearing this kind of pants, and people will say, hey, what is he wearing? This is a very smart thing what he's doing. These pants will absorb the sweat, so it's more difficult, you see, for Mrilo Bustamante to slip out, because the pants are grabbing him. It's like a gi.
In the corner of Nakamura, Japanese legend Kazushi Sakuraba looking on. Not a lot of action right now on the ground, not really working much either, so the referee, Yuji Shimada, will be watching, and if he doesn't see some more action here, we will be bringing this fight back up to its feet momentarily.
Yep, you're right, that's what.
And having said that, now it gets busy, and they take it to their feet.
Maybe they heard you.
Nakamura now with the knee to the breadbasket of Bustamante, but Bustamante with some great balance with the underhooks on Nakamura. So they're in an underhook, overhook position now, boss. And there is that Uchimata attempt there, the takedown. Of course, trying to use his judo skills. Yep. Nice left hand there by Bustamante.
And he's good at it. Like I said again, you know, from the clinch, he's very dangerous with his throws. But a person like Mrilo Bustamante is very hard to take down. He's very well balanced.
Nice knee, yes, to the inside of Bustamante's right leg, the thigh area. Let's not forget that Bustamante had a professional boxing background, so he does have that added dimension, and we know that Nakamura has shown improvement with his strikes, and that was the one thing that Bustamante wanted to avoid, the left hand.
Yep. He was talking about it while we were interviewing him. He's in exactly the same position as he was in the beginning of the fight. Let's hope he's going to slip out now that he sweat a little bit.
What can Nakamura do from this position, boss, that he was unable perhaps to do the first time around?
It's very difficult. Now we should try to throw him to the right side. Especially now, when he's trying to pull his right leg out, that is the moment now for Nakamura now to turn to the right, and then maybe he's going to
sweep him.
Yep. Because he's not posting out with his left leg, you see? He's not posting really out, so he can buck up, upwards, and then to the right. Would be a thing to do.
Yes, turning to his right is Nakamura.
Mrilo Bustamante, okay. To break that grip, if they have a grip like that, you know, you can cross-face your opponent and just push yourself out of position.
And that's what Bustamante now is trying to stop Nakamura from doing. Nakamura able to get back to his feet. Good job there. And the fans appreciate the efforts of Kazuhiro Nakamura. You know, but Bustamante is all about a ring general, boss. I mean, he has patience, focus, and intelligence. He's very, very methodical. He doesn't get agitated that easy. Sticks with his game plan and is a very patient fighter.
Yeah, you know, they have time enough. You know, there's like at least 15 minutes and 40 seconds left. So he plays his cards right, you know, takes your time, see what mistakes your opponent makes, and hopefully they're going to make it again, and then you can capitalize on those mistakes.
Look for the single leg there momentarily, but Nakamura able to backpedal to the ropes. Now Nakamura looking for some body shots, and Bustamante responds in kind.
Yep, both of them very well balanced, as you can see. They're just hanging there, and what you watch, one's going to make a mistake.
Now Nakamura's tape comes undone, and that brings about a momentary stop to the proceedings. And Nakamura, you could see, was loading up with that left hook of his, and unfortunately the tape was undone. So far, a bit of the proverbial chess match, if you will, boss, that is prevalent in MMA. We're halfway through round one of this, the opening bout of Final Conflict 2004. Nakamura versus Bustamante. And Bustamante, when we talked to him, boss, he has a couple of people on his mind, one being Dan Henderson. Again, we saw what happened in their fight last year, an accidental headbutt influencing the outcome. He wants a rematch and also would like to rematch with Chuck Liddell, the only man to beat him in UFC.
Nice rematches there. Whoa, look at that pick. No, didn't work.
Misses with the uppercut, does Nakamura. Back to the clinch they go now. Nakamura looking for that Uchimata takedown, but again, good balance and good positioning by Bustamante to thwart that attempt. It's a stand-up stalemate right now, boss.
Yeah, Bustamante went there for the takedown. He thought, oh, let me try that one time.
And you would think with their striking proficiency now, Bustamante getting busier with the jab. And of course that'll gauge the distance and maybe set up a takedown attempt, but now it's Nakamura. Again, missing though with that left hook, and that's 3 times now, but you see the bad intentions written all over that.
Yeah, it's thrown with a lot of anger, and that's good. Not if it lands for you, but for him it is. Ooh, nice right knee there. They should use that more. There you go. Sakuraba watching in the corner there, Nakamura.
Final 4 minutes of round number 1, and there is a combination that misses.
Yeah, Nakamura makes it right straight, but he doesn't really throw his body in, so he lacks in inches and reach.
Yeah, he doesn't rear back on the shoulder box. Right? Oh, it went for the shoulder throw, but escaping it was Bustamante. Good attempt by Nakamura.
Yeah, that's what I meant with dangers in the clinch, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, Nakamura pressing the fight now. Nice low kick there delivered by Nakamura. Oh, that one had a lot of snap to it, boss.
Yeah, he said, hey, if it works one time, might as well do it twice.
And of course, what he's trying to do is take away the lead leg. Nice combination there delivered by Bustamante. And you can see that Nakamura can take a shot.
Yeah, right knee or left knee would be really good to do right. Oh,
nice knee, as you mentioned, boss.
He's got the double underhooks. Let's see if he's going to use that to throw Nakamura.
Well, when you take on someone who was a student of Yoshida, it's now Nakamura successful with the throw, but Bustamante able to slip out there and actually looking for a heel hook or some sort of leg lock there, as he has an up kick to keep Nakamura away. He's now in that familiar Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu position known as the butt scoop.
Yep. And those people from the top team, they're really good from that position. They lay on their back and they kick you in the head, to the knees, to the body, everywhere.
Let's see what Nakamura can do in Bustamante's guard. Bustamante a lot busier than Nakamura was from the bottom, just peppering him with those right hands, irritating him. Nakamura tries with that left straight through the guard. Whoa. And really, when you try to pass the guard against the likes of Mrilo Bustamante, boss, you better have 2 or 3 options right away in your mind going, because Bustamante is a mission specialist and Brazilian top team definitely. Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
From the bottom.
Probably going to go for armor and then maybe triangle. You see how Nakamura knows everything what's coming. He just simply walks away, steps away. He says, oh, no, you're not going to catch me with that one.
This is where we thought Bustamante would have the advantage, but a nice strike there by Nakamura. He's met with an up kick to the face, however. How does he has to push those legs to the side and try to gain side mount here, boss?
Yep, but it's very difficult, as you can see. Bustamante is doing a great job of keeping him in front of him and not to the side. Don't let him go to the side.
Doing an excellent job of defending from the bottom with those right strikes. Now they're in the ropes.
The stop, don't move rule, like we said before, stop, don't move, but they move now. So, stop, don't move.
Nakamura trying to psych himself out there during the momentary lapses. They restart the bout in the center of the ring and back to the open guard now of Mrilo Bustamante. And look, it's Bustamante that is striking from the bottom. And now they're exchanging, boss.
Yeah, they are, but Nakamura has the overhand right now. Bustamante probably is going to look for a submission. As we can see, he's got a real high, his legs are real high up. But it's only 1 minute, 45 seconds here. It's going to be difficult. As you can see, they're already sweating a lot. So now we're going to slip out of everything. It's difficult.
Nakamura now trying to pull his arm out. You can see that Bustamante's got his left arm over the back of Nakamura, which is, of course, a precursor to a setup of some kind, perhaps a triangle choke, boss.
Yeah, if he can't pass one arm, he can go for a triangle choke.
And now we're into the final 15 seconds. A very close contest between Kazuhiro Nakamura and Mrilo Bustamante to begin Final Conflict 2004. And Nakamura trying to take a page out of Sakuraga's playbook there.
Wow, did you see that? And right away jump to the side mount, and here's got the one leg. Whoa!
So Kazuki Sakuraba in Nakamura's corner tonight, and there was a little bit of a tribute to his corner man there in the last 10 seconds with that attempt of the stop.
Yep.
But he got that right hand down. And your thoughts on the opening 10 minutes here between Bustamante and Nakamura, boss?
Well, and I speak for everybody else, it started slow, but as you can see, during the fight it got more and more and more, and now they finished real strong, I think. I think round number 2 is going to give way more fireworks than round number 1.
Again, 1 10-minute round, 2 5-minute rounds to determine a winner, and this is the opening bout. Here we go to the replay, boss.
Let me see here. We got that throw. Whoa, beautiful hip throw there. Tries to go for a mount, and he goes right away for that leg. He wants to do the heel hook on it. Watch how fast Mrilo Bustamante goes for the half guard, you see. There we had a beautiful jump. And when he found out that it was going to miss the jump, he punched him.
Good presence of mind there by Nakamura in mid-move to change it to a right strike. You're right, boss.
Bang! Look at that. Look at defense, the takedown defense. Beautiful, pulling it out. Nice.
So Nakamura is a judo practitioner. Definitely has grappling strengths and throwing skills, as we saw him attempt in that first round. He was the All Japan 100 Kilo Division Judo Champion. And again, when you are a training partner and protege of the 1992 gold medalist in judo, you definitely have what it takes to be very proficient in that discipline.
Yeah, and especially when they call you the best student from Yoshida. I mean, that's got to mean something.
And he also has a former world flyweight champion in boxing working with him. He practices 1 to 2 hours a day on his boxing skills, and we've definitely seen since the beginning of his career that he has become better and better at striking, standing up.
Yep. Round number 2. Let's see if we can see some more fireworks here.
And of course, conditioning now going to start to play a factor as well. We mentioned, boss, that Bustamante 13 years older than Nakamura. But you know that the likes of Bustamante and Brazilian top team, he says he constantly trains. He's always prepared to fight.
Yep. Yeah, he's always preparing somebody. Those guys train each other, know they're helping each other. Look at that swing, that left hook, eh?
That's his trademark. That's his bread and butter when it comes to striking. But good defense here on the shoot attempt by Bustamante. Although it looks like he may get a wrist lock here. As we take a look at Mario Sperry in his corner, one of the co-founders as well of Brazilian top team. Another nice judo takedown there, boss, by Nakamura, and he finds himself trying to pass Bustamante's guard.
Wow. He had a half butterfly guard. Bustamante was trying to sweep him, but he found that balance back, and now Bustamante went for the full guard. We have Yokoi here sitting next to us, like 3 persons away, and he's shouting also to Nakamura. instructions in Japanese, what they mean. I don't know. You can pick it up because you speak Japanese now.
Hirotaka Yokoi became a star in losing to Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira in the first round of the tournament in April. Definitely a bright future here in Pride Fighting Championships for Hirotaka Yokoi. Now, boss, we're seeing Nakamura in Bustamante's guard, but it's not like he's really working for much except the strikes. He's not going for the arms, and again, this is testament to Bustamante's skills on the ground, where you can see him looking for the armbar right now from underneath.
Yep, I know, but he knows also Nakamura is not afraid of that armbar. What I'm afraid of, every time he pulls out that, Bustamante is going to go for That's that line, totally on the left side.
Nakamura is doing some damage with those strikes, but Bustamante continues to respond from the bottom with those right hands. Now, who do you think has more strength when it comes to punching? Bustamante does have a pro boxing background. Nakamura's been working on his pugilistic skills, but who do you think is a stronger fighter?
I really can't tell, you know. I know that Mrilo Bustamante has a real good right straight, real hard and stiff, you know. If he hits it, you know, you go down. But those left hooks that Nakamura is swinging, they look really powerful too.
There you see Bustamante trying to keep Nakamura close. Nakamura needs to create the distance though, boss. He needs to posture, try to pass this guard as he continues to rain down those lefts and rights and trying to damage Bustamante's face. Less than 3 minutes remaining in round 2. Referee is calling for action.
Yeah, Quentin Jackson was repeating it. He's sitting next to her here.
And Rampage Jackson will be joining us for commentary coming up later on when Yuki Kondo takes on Vanderlei Silva. Jackson will be watching that with vested interest. A couple of nice right hands by Nakamura.
Very solid, and that right again. And now he's in half guard. He's going to try now to go for the side mount, I tell you. I think he is. He should go. Okay.
But now it's back into the open guard. While he closes it now, does Bustamante. And Bustamante doing a great job of defending, keeping Nakamura close to him, boss. And Nakamura really needs to create that distance.
Yep, and you're absolutely right with creating the distance. Once you create distance, then you really can hit somebody, you know. The more the punch travels, the harder it will be. And that's what Nakamura is doing all the time. He gets up, and then the punch, bang, comes down. Bang!
Now he attacks the left leg of Bustamante with a series of vicious kicks. And there he goes for that right hand again. And now he does have, it looked like he almost had mount there, but it is the half guard position.
Yeah, Mrilo is very slick, half guard, bang, and right away he's back in the guard.
Mrilo Bustamante made his MMA debut, of course, in Brazil. It's called Vale Tudo back in 1991. He has seen it all at a martial arts reality super fighting event back in 1996. He fought a 40-minute draw against Tom Erickson in a classic wrestler versus Brazilian jiu-jitsu match. Today, he finds himself fighting a judo champion in Nakamura into the final 60 seconds of round number 2, boss.
Yep, as I said in the opening of the show, look, he's got the full side mount now. Let's see what he can do with it.
Almost into north-south position now. And there is Bustamante double leg.
Oh, nice.
And escapes that, and they are back on their feet.
Yep, okay, now, as I said in the opening of the show, this would be probably the most technical fight of the night, and as you can see, it is, you know. Either person, whoever's going to make a mistake, the other one is going to catch him. So that's why they're filling each other off non-stop. You cannot make one mistake.
Is it safe to say, boss, that through the first 2 rounds of this fight, that Nakamura has done more damage with strikes, but Bustamante's been able to defend much better from the guard?
Yeah, no, that's a good statement right there. I would say the same thing. He was pressing the fight more.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we have completed 2 rounds here at Final Conflict 2004. Nice sign of sportsmanship there. They touch gloves. They're working. And right now it is the, third and final round awaits us in Boss Rutan. What do you see having to happen for the respective fighters to win this fight? Because right now it's still too close to tell, I think.
It's very close to tell. What I can tell is that Nakamura has a slight overhand. You know, I mean, he is really pressing the fight. In the guard, he does more damage. He's constantly on top, you know, pretty much. Let's look at this replay here. Wow, look at that beautiful throw. Beautiful. And that balance right there. He pushes him back with the left knee so he can't come up. And And there we go for the strikes, you see? Yeah, he's really going for the damage. And Mrilo is more defending right now than attacking. So I would look at those two right straight, very stiff, solid. Look at this. Bang.
You bring up a good point, boss, because Bustamante is simply doing just that, keeping Nakamura's attack at bay, defending from the guard, but not, as you say, going for the submission attempts that he is so good at, really. And that may be, again, testament to Nakamura and what he's been able to do in the guard.
Yeah, but you know, also he goes for submission attempts, but Nakamura is just way too slick. He escapes every submission attempt before he even puts it on.
By the way, when it comes to the judging criteria, and we're 5 minutes away from going to a judge's decision in this fight, in this order is how they do adjudicate the bouts in Pride Fighting Championships. First off, effort to finish the fight by KO or submission, then damaging your opponent, standing combinations and ground control, takedown and defense, aggressiveness, and then it goes to the weight differences of 15 kilograms or more, or in this case 10 kilograms or more, but they are a 15-pound difference, so we won't have to worry about that. But really the biggest thing as you take a look at the biggest crowd in Saitama Super Arena history is the effort to finish the fight, boss.
Yep, and Nakamura is doing that more right now than Mrilo Bustamante, so he really has to step up here in round number 3.
Yeah, Bustamante really does have to pick up the pace in terms of damaging Nakamura to give him an even better chance of pulling out the victory here. Of course, looking for his first win after losses to Quentin Jackson and Dan Henderson in Pride, and now you see him picking up the pace, bringing the strikes to Nakamura.
Yep, his corner probably warned him and told him the same thing, you know, you really got to step it up now.
Oh, he lands that right hook.
And that was a good one, because he's not attacking right now, Nakamura. Whoa!
Takedown attempt, and he's able to bring him down, but unfortunately it's along the ropes. Won't be able to do much from here, unless he's able perhaps to pass the guard, but he's in the half guard now of Bustamante, and you can see Bustamante knows he's in no danger right now. And he looks like he's going for a Kimura attempt here as Bustamante.
Yep.
But of course, that could also just be a distraction, boss. As you know, at this level of the game, it's all about intelligence. It's all about trying to outsmart your opponent as much as anything.
Yep, and I can talk about that. It happened to me too, you know. They go for your arm and you're defending your arm, bang, they got you in the knee bar. Not nice. But you know, you learn from your mistakes.
Of course.
3 fights later, I did the same thing to my opponent, so you learn from your mistakes.
Again, Nakamura not really posturing here in the guard. Now he does, and there he lands another right strike. Back on his feet, a nice up kick delivered by Bustamante. Well, boss, you predicted it correctly. A technical bout between Nakamura and Bustamante, the judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yep, this kind of fights you have when they're very evenly matched. You have these kind of matches. Both the same on their feet, pretty much the same on the ground. Know what's going to come, escape every submission attempt before you even put it on. You know, it's...
Well, they say styles make fights, right, boss?
Yes, absolutely. Nice knee there. Oh,
another nice knee. Short knee there right to the head of Bustamante. The fans applaud that effort by Nakamura. Now trying to take his leg. Yep.
Oh, no.
Back to his feet.
Looked almost like there he wanted to go for a knee bar.
Man, Bustamante doing a great job of not allowing Nakamura to pass the guard.
Yeah, but it's non-stop. He's defending.
That's correct. And with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the fight, he definitely has to begin an offensive onslaught here, because while defending may allow you to survive, it's not part of the criteria in terms of pressing the fight or fighting to finish.
Yep. No, and Nakamura, if he's smart, he will create distance again and will start raining bombs as hard as he can for the last 2.5 minutes now, and then he will take the victory.
And Nakamura really has done a better job of damaging Bustamante than the other way around thus far. He is at least attempting the strikes. There's another combination, connects by Nakamura.
Bustamante came through with a few punches when they were on their feet, but he couldn't do anything with it.
There's the left arm of Nakamura that you want to get out of there very quickly against the likes of Bustamante.
Yeah.
See, from this open guard here, shouldn't Nakamura, boss, try to maybe drive the air out of the lungs of Bustamante to force him to push out?
Yeah, it's very difficult. If you're in mount position, then you can do it. But right now, in the guard, it's pretty difficult because you will just give the higher guard.
But you're trying to escape, and really, you have to come up with every possibility to try to gain mount position, whether it's side control or top position. And Nakamura right now is just busy with the strikes. And finally, the referee will bring them back to their feet with a minute and a half remaining. In this, the opening fight of Final Conflict 2004, and a referee, Shimada, does issue a yellow card to Bustamante for passivity.
Yep. Oh, nice right uppercut left. Nearly hit him. Oh, nice right uppercuts there. Those were hits.
The show started with drum fireworks. Let's hope we see some striking fireworks now in the final minute between Nakamura and Bustamante, and they are exchanging blows.
This could be it. This could be it. Let's see what he does. Nice wide low kick there.
Oh, takedown attempt by Nakamura.
Single leg, he's going to get it. Yep. And again, in the same position.
Guillotine position now for Bustamante.
He's got 44 seconds to finish it off.
But the arm is also trap boss.
Yeah, it is. But we saw Bustamante do this choke with the arm before, and then the opponent actually tapped. I don't know if that's going to happen with Nakamura, because he simply has to drive his jaw into the chest of Bustamante.
Yes, he just has to turn in and allow himself to breathe and escape harm's way, and that's what Nakamura is doing with the final 20 seconds of the fight.
He's out. Bustamante doesn't have his hands locked anymore. He's out. There's nothing there. Yep, see?
So Nakamura escapes the guillotine attempt. And it looks like this one is going to the judges' scorecards, boss.
Yep.
A flurry of punches to finish the fight for Nakamura. And there you have it. Bustamante and Nakamura await the judge's decision. And again, the criteria, the effort to finish the fight by KO or submission. I think that, again, that might have been 50-50 in that one. Damaging your opponent definitely, I thought, went to Nakamura. Standing combinations and ground control also, I believe, Nakamura.
Yeah, although the last round, Mrilo Bustamante came through with a few punches, and then Nakamura had the takedown. That was a save there. Look at this. Yep, striking on the ground for sure, Nakamura. Those up kicks too, one of them, if one of them is a hit with the heel, it can be over.
And he did manage to connect on a few occasions with those up kicks, but not enough to do any significant damage to the 25-year-old prodigy in Japan, Kazuhiro Nakamura. Will Bustamante earn his first victory, or will Nakamura record his fourth win in Pride? We're about to find out.
Nakamura. Judge Mato. Nakamura. Judge Miyake. Nakamura.
By unanimous decision, Kazuhiro Nakamura